So binders, at the core are there to trap toxins in the colon and especially to prevent toxin reabsorption as bile salts are recycled. So this is why when you detox, you want to be making sure you have bowel movements so that toxins don't reabsorb. And binders are basically often binding to actual toxins in the stool or the bile that's in the stool that can be reabsorbed. And instead of being reabsorbed, it's bound in the stool and pooped out, basically. I know some binders claim to work at the cellular level um, through carbon or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much resource, how it's a different, it would be a different mechanism, I would think, if it's at that level. Maybe it is trapping or replacing toxins at the cellular level in a different way. But in particular, here we're talking about in the colon. So this is our binder, and it has some elements that we're going to talk about in a second. So it has a variety of binders to bind to a variety of mycotoxins, and then it has a bile mover and a bowel mover too. I'll tell you why in a minute. So binders aren't like a perfect jail that toxins get put into. They're more of like a clingy thing. And this is sometimes why people feel worse on binders because your body could still be kind of feeling the toxin come through, so to speak. And binders are often constipating, which is a real shame because it's exactly when you want a bowel movement. So if that toxin is kind of hanging around in there, you could feel worse as well. So again, yeah, you need to be making sure there's bowel movements. So that's why we put some ingredients for that in our toxin binder because many of our clients are constipated. If you're not constipated and you have loose stool, I don't recommend you take our binder. I actually only recommend you take our binder at night to help you have a bowel movement like overnight. And then if you don't have bile that moves well, then the binders coming in and binding to the bile isn't going to work as well. So we have some bile mover in our formula like artichoke. Things that also move the bile are like bitters, which are mentioned here. Um, so things are, not always so simple, right? You have to kind of look at how each individual is able to detox. And just a reminder that it's not all in the colon, it's also potentially in the sinuses and the brain, and we really have to consider all the body systems. This is a little treatment for sinuses.